Every time I get back into the streaming after a couple of days break, I'm like, I forgot how to stream. I forgot how to conversate. I forgot how to position myself or whatever. But it's been a couple of days. I took a break for Christmas. Not Christmas. What the heck? Complete opposite holiday I'm talking about. My mind's somewhere else right now. Easter. Took an Easter break. We're not there yet. We're not at Christmas yet. Took a couple of days to visit the family for Easter. And a good amount of things have happened in the past 4 5 days. When's the last time I streamed? It was a couple days ago, whenever I last streamed. But a good amount of things happened. I think, first of all, very good news. I talked about a job interview that I had the same day as my last stream, and it turns out that I got the job. They called me the day after. I didn't expect to get a call right after, but they reached out to me saying, "Hey, they want to bring you on to the team," and I'm like, "Okay, cool. Here we go." So, yeah, we're back in the workforce. I officially start in like 3 weeks. I am going to be working from home for like about 2 months, about pretty much a month and a half. But like, yeah, I will be moving out to Idaho early June. So things are going to be very different for me because I don't really know the area too much. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little nervous about it, and I feel like it hasn't hit me all the way yet until it actually happens, right? Until I actually end up going. But anyways, yes, good mood. And it does go along with the title of this episode, Celebratory Gas Station Burritos. It makes no sense, but I'm only titling that because when I got the call, I was on my way home, like on the road, sitting at a gas station, eating burritos from the gas station, right? And then I got like, I had a mouthful of, well, I'm not going to say it out loud. I don't want to say that, but I was eating the burritos and and the dude called me saying, "Hey, you got the job." I'm like, oh, "Okay." I'm in the middle of something very important, but I'll take your call. Yeah. It was just funny to think about it. But anyways. Okay, good mood, of course. I'm going to be talking a whole bunch about a bunch of other stuff too. Anyways, what we did in the last episode, we added 2 more QFTs, and they're still running. It's pretty good. Oh, one of them was Radox. I don't even know how good this has been going. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, cool. So we've been getting a lot of Radox going, and whatever this is doing, I kind of forgot. Flatline stuff. That's right, for osmium. Fighting bandits and herds. You said it was Christmas. No, I don't know. My mind's all over the place. Sorry, I'm trying to get used to the streaming again because it's been a couple days. It's always like that. But anyways, yeah, we did fix the QFTs. We also fixed our scenarium problem, which wasn't really a problem. It's just like all I did was change the recipe to use glowstone. And this might be a problem at some point. I don't know if I'm going to need 1.1 billion. Chances are, yes, I will. But I might be able to hold off until I get the Eye of Harmony. And I guess we'll see. All right. And then towards the end of last episode, we also started crafting the red spray can, which represents the God Forge. And I'm proud to say that, yeah, it almost finished. But I keep getting things stuck because I don't have the right research. So, like, every time I see something get stuck, I have to, like, cancel the recipe, fish the items out, and do the right research. It's kind of annoying. But I can say the actual controller is ready. Yeah. And for whatever reason, I don't know, I don't get it. The controller's in the system, but whenever I try to craft the spray can, it keeps asking for the controller, and it's annoying. I don't get it. But it's fine, we have everything else. I even tried like fixing the recipe and it just doesn't work. I don't get it. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is craft these graviton anomalies. Yeah. And I need to research that to get the Graviton flow modulator, yeah. Saying some real fancy words. And I just realized that I'm turning my head this much. Sit up straight. I caught myself. Okay. Anyways, how's everybody doing? How did your Easter go? If you don't celebrate it, that's completely fine. So, my family does celebrate it. And, well, it's more like my extended family. We celebrate it. So I visited my grandma's house, and it's mostly from my mom's side. Like we have the Easter egg hunt, of course, right? And it was a really nice time, actually. We had like a fish cookout. We ate a good amount of tilapia, plus I think it was just mostly tilapia, and homemade fries. It was a pretty good day. Got a couple of beers with the cousins, of course. Anyway, so I know every family, or from what I hear at least, every family has their own Easter traditions if they celebrate it. And it, one of the biggest differences between families is like, what do you put inside the eggs for the Easter egg hunt? The normal person should only be putting confetti in there. But I'm pretty sure that everybody can say, no, we don't. And my family is totally one of those that does not just put confetti in there. Like you have lottery tickets in there for some reason. You have cash monies in the plastic ones. You got candy, of course, in the plastic ones as well. It's gonna take a little bit. But for the past 3 years, I think it's 3 years that I can recall, they started putting flour. And no, I don't mean like pretty flowers. No, I mean like the stuff you use to cook tortillas with and bread, So they started putting flour in the eggs and food coloring it. So people would just start throwing them at each other and cracking them over their heads, and everyone was just painted different colors. There's a picture of me. I'm covered in yellow food coloring after that day. It was funny. They even got poor Rocky. Rocky is my cousin's dog. He's a rat terrier mix, I think. And I got a picture of him somewhere on my phone. And the dude's covered in he's white with black spots. And he's covered in pink and blue food coloring. It looks so funny. Poor Rocky, they got him too. Yeah, it was a fun time though. Okay, so pretty much we're just waiting for this to do its research. And there's a couple of other things I should try to craft ahead of time. For example, 77,000 LUV wire. I'm just going to get that going right now. Why are you stuck? Uh-oh. But anyways, like pretty much the main goal for the episode is to actually, why are you being made there? That's why you're stuck. No. Okay. But anyways, yeah, the pretty much the main purpose of the episode is to circuit 12, right? Yeah. Just to see if we can get to the God Forge, because we pretty much have it. It's just we have everything for it. The majority of the blocks are already crafted, if not the pieces are at least. It's just a matter of putting it together. So that's pretty much the main goal for today. I'm pretty confident we'd be able to do that right now. How are you doing? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Sorry, I'm jamming out to emo nostalgia again. Okay, that's ready. What else do we need? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with this recipe. Let me check it out. It's like we have the God Forge. It's this one, but they don't stack. I don't get it. What's so different about the data? I don't know. Anyways, what else have I done over the break? It was pretty eventful. Something else I did on my way back. I did I visited Garner State Park again. It was pretty fun, and this one was pretty interesting though, because the trail that I went to had a cave, like a full cave along the way, and I was like the only dude on the trails, and so I went to the cave, and I'm not ashamed to admit that like it actually scared me. I've never felt like a fear like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like a fight or flight response. I was in the cave and I was like, nah, I can't do this. I was pretty scared. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's a human response, right? But it's the first time I felt like that from a geological structure or geologic feature, I guess you can say. It was so weird. Like, it wasn't even that, I mean, claustrophobic either. It was like it was plenty of space. But like, no, I could not do it. I went in there like a couple of feet, and it freaked me out. I was like, nah, I can't do this. Getting out of here. But other than that, the trail was pretty nice. Okay, now I understand the Forge of the Gods. Okay, and let me see if I can craft it now. We don't need too much stuff left for the craft. Yeah, it's basically ready. It just needs to craft. All of this stuff it's Asus machine's pretty cheap. It just needs these whatevers, and I don't think they're that expensive. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, I'm a little excited for this actually. Oh, let me take a quick drink. So today's drink, I got Chicken Express for dinner today. Not a paid advertisement, but I wish it was. Chicken Express. You know my email. Got sweet tea. Something else is probably gonna get stuck. No, these two are ready. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so where's this man gonna go? That's a very good question. Let me get the controller actually. It's in the crafting space. Actually pretty proud of ourselves that we're able to get this major accomplishment. A lot of the credit has to go with to the fact that I took a sizable break for Easter. And I was able to get this guy finished up. Anyways, is this enough space? I do intend on moving these machines, so maybe probably right here. I want it closer to the front so I can actually look at the thing. This would also be a good spot for it too. Maybe even like, yeah, I mean over here would be really cool. This is where all my big machines are, right? So let's see where I can actually put this thing. Like, it's massive, yes, but really the only thing I have to worry about is the base, which is not as massive. And where's the controller here? The controller's like that, so I think if I want to place the thing, I want it to be vertical facing up. So it'll be like this, assuming the floor is like that, horizontal. And it's going to be floating a couple blocks. Because otherwise I don't think I can access the controller if I need to. Am I able to access the controller from the bottom? This is so weird to and I can access it from the bottom. Okay, which means I can put it flush to the floor. And it's going to be on the floor +1 because that's okay. Yeah, I got it. I don't know where this is going to go, honestly. Just put it somewhere random, honestly. Just put it down somewhere. Oh, yeah, the spray can finished. All right, we have the Forge of the Gods. There's maybe, you know, plus or minus a couple of blocks, but that's just how things are. I just followed the projector. Oh, man. Chill. That's a lot. That's a lot of blocks. Give me achievements for everything. Give me achievements. Yeah. Man, that was an expensive craft. Yeah, so I think I mentioned it. Was it last episode or the episode before? That we are past due for a lot of stuff. I think I haven't picked this one up yet. I literally just crafted it right now, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're for sure past due for stuff. We have spent a lot of time upgrading infrastructure, so it was the time to like start expanding what kind of machines we have. Godforge is gonna make things so much like better, I think. Because I think it's a direct replacement for this. I think, not that. I need to spam that. Is probably what I'm going to do next. But I don't exactly know how it works, or if I need to fuel it somehow. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and put it down somewhere. Well, first of all, how much space does it actually take? So the width is 29 blocks. Excuse me. If I do this, is that 29? 26. So... It's really hard to plan out exactly where this guy's gonna go. Let's try to put it somewhere else where it won't interfere. Because over here, it's probably going to interfere with the other bigger machines. Over here, we don't have that like as many big machines. So I think over here is the perfect spot for it right here. It might get in the way of that. But who cares, right? Yeah, I'm just going to put it down somewhere here. Right here seems like a good spot. So it said 29, right? So I'm going to make a space that is 29 plus 2, so 31 by 31. Let's do this here. This one, I want this to be 29. Oh, it's actually exactly enough. That works, actually. No, I'm not going to complain about that. Double check that the inside is 29. Yeah. Okay, and then from here, go all the way to 29, and then one more. Right here. So if I do this, this should be 29. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Right here. It's not gonna fit because you're in the way. Do I even need you? Probably not, because we do a lot of our neutron activator. I like Nakodal Rich solution. I'm gonna disassemble this because well, yeah, it's not gonna fit. Unless I just move this whole thing somewhere else. I just need a spot that's like relatively free, but I'm gonna commit to it. Because keep in mind it doesn't actually like take up that space. And then we go to the center, which is right there. I think it's right there. 14. 15. 14. If this is 13, I have to move it 1 to the that way. 13, yeah. So right here. Right there. Okay. Am I able to flip it the other way? Because I want the ring to be facing that way. But then it might interfere with everything else. Okay, hang on. This kind of he's kind of large. Do that. So if I do that, how about that? Okay, that looks pretty cool, right? Oh man. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just commit to it. Also trying to not have a basement and future proof it. Oh, this thing's so huge. If I increase the tiers, what does it add to it? Nothing to the base, so this is not going to change. It doesn't look like, at least size-wise, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh, do you need space? Oh, no. No, you're fine. Do it. This one's absolutely the tallest multi-block now, right? This has beaten the record of the tallest multi-block, which was I think the last record was the neutron activators, right? Let me check up here. Oh, excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, get me out of there. It does not like it when I do that. Yeah. Record was this neutron activator, which is like, actually, no. I didn't even realize, but the Assline tower, the gaming PC is taller. But it's completely dwarfed by the, by the do I have enough vertical space? Wait. I don't think I don't. Um, Yeah, I don't have the vertical space for this. Hang on. Okay, well, I can't put it like that. So either I place it down sideways somewhere. I think I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be in the air. On top of like everything, I guess. I didn't think about that. Oh man. Oops. Big mistake. Pretty sure this entire episode is gonna be me like figuring out where I'm gonna put this thing. Get over here. Hey, you're too large. Can't fit anywhere. Okay, thank you for not disappearing on me because I think that glass stuff is a little expensive. Okay, and then let's go starting up there. Exchanging move chords, move chord A right there, and then move chord B. Right there. I guess that's what we get for having our base so high up, you know, to start. I think we followed some guide. I don't exactly remember what, but we chose jungle biome because of the IC2 crop stuff way back then. And then also chose a Y level of 150 for the same reason. But I'm like, if I were to do another playthrough, it'll be like in the void, I think. Pretty much to avoid stuff like this from happening. So it's going to be cursed, it's going to be sideways, but oh well. It'll just be a massive ring that surrounds the base. But if it's going to be circled or centered, I guess, in the sky, I think I'm going to put it above the controller at least. So I put it in the center over here. And then keep going high until I have the clearance everywhere else. Now that might limit my vertical space for other things, but I don't care. So I want to go until I have a clearance of stuff. Not high enough. So that's probably okay, right? That does look pretty cool, honestly. I'm just going to do it right there. It's a new centerpiece of our entire base. It's going to overshadow literally everything else. Right there. Right there, right? Yeah. Let's do it. Just build the thing. Probably going to be sitting here for another couple minutes. No, but I do have to say I'm pretty like surprised, I guess, that they were able to respond to me so soon. It was like a day after. I'm usually waiting for like a whole week or something, or 2 weeks for any kind of news, if not just ghosted at all, because that did happen kind of often. If you want stats, I ended up applying to about 60 or so jobs. And I only got like one of them that went past like a first interview. I did get a good amount of interviews, but like only one of them that went past one of them, or at least 2 interviews. But glad to say that the job search is over because it was about what 5-6 months. We'll say 6. We'll round up to 6 months, but no more. Is this centered? This does not look centered. You better be centered. Why doesn't it look centered? It's centered. I'm just yeah, it's centered. Okay, never mind. It's just so big that I guess it's just hard to notice it. Okay. Anyways, how does this work? It says it's complete, but do I have to do something to it? It says it houses 16 modules. Let me check this thing actually. The hatch position highlight. So you need input bus. Okay, so over here it's just inputs and outputs, I guess, on the bottom. Let me do this. Everything else is like modules. Module, yeah. Okay. So I guess I can put the first module, which is this of whatever flare. Helio flare power forge. Does that go on the outside? Looks like it does go on the outside. It's literally just right there. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this is where the module goes, I guess. As the first of the Godforge modules, this module performs the most basic thermal processing. Speed and high heat level. So if I break you and then just put this man down. Okay, it looks like each module has its own controller thing. That's a fancy UI. Don't void anything. Blast mode. Okay. I want blast mode. Update structure. Status disconnected. Hang on. I'd probably have to read the quest also. No, hang on. Do you need Starfield to keep this thing running? Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, never mind. It's not credits. Here we go. So it does need fuel. Simply turning it on is not sufficient to make it functional. The forge must be supplied with a certain amount of star fuel to boot it up. The amount of star fuel needed depends on the current fuel consumption factor, which... does someone want to read this for me? I'll read it. By default, the maximum is 5, but it can be increased later on with upgrades. Star fuel scaling is as follows. Factor in give me the quest. And then I'll go back to this if I'm a little confused here. So it's probably talking about this stuff. It's probably star fuel, which is... at this point in the pack, not that expensive, but... what about here? Usage of this module requires the start upgrade. What does that even mean? Start upgrade, does that show up? I think it's like if I do this. No, if I do this. Start, yeah. So is this what I need to like get this thing to run? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to read the actual this stuff here. Or I guess if anyone wanted to know about it, here it is. I need more paragraphs. I can't. It's hard for me to understand a big wall of text like that. Once there's enough star fuel stored in the multi, it turns on for real, allowing modules to connect and converts the consumed star fuel into stored stellar fuel. Okay. Modules. There are 4 types of modules that can be used in there. We really only care about the power forge or the melting. I don't even know which one. What do I have? We have the power forge. Mm-hmm. Turning it into a fiber powerful multi-smelter. Unlocked by default, it has that 20. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't agree with the with the formatting of this. You can't just put everything in one box, please. Oh, here you go. Upgrades. Okay. They unlock most of the functionality and processing power. The upgrade tree can be accessed via its button in the main GUI. And each upgrade node can be clicked for more information on this. Okay, so if I go here, um, milestone over. Okay, what is going on here? Oh, wait, this is a reference to antimatter dimensions. Yeah, I remember when this was being developed, I was seeing a lot of references to antimatter. It was such a fun game. I played it like 2 years ago or something like that. Okay, there's an upgrade tree that I'm looking for. Cosmetics. Ooh. I'm not gonna click on that. I don't know what that is. So I think it's right here, right here. It's such a cool. I know it's complicated, but like, this is such a cool concept of a multi-block. I like upgrading things. I think that's where this is getting it from. The inspiration is from antimatter dimensions because it's upgrading trees as well. If you've ever been to that part of the game. All right, unlocks the base functionality of the Forge of the Gods, meaning 8 module slots, 1 ring, the Helio Flare, whatever. 2 billion EU would take processing voltage and 15,000 heat bonus cap. Okay. So if I want to upgrade it, it needs click to open material insertion window. Okay, so I need all this stuff here. And I put the stuff in there. Okay, so that's one of the first things I need to do is collect all of that. So let's do that. There's going to be a huge learning curve, so bear with me. But we'll figure it out together. So I need that. Can I even craft that yet? Yes, I have recipes for that already. Big learning curve, but that's what I'm here for. Okay, so I want to craft all of that and shove it in handcrafting. This goes into S4. Sit up straight. I think I have a gear solidifier now. I'd rather do this. Base UIV rod is also a fluid solidifier. There you go. Oh, come on. Methane. Methane is always doing that. We consume it faster than we produce it, and it's just causing problems. So I just say, give me 1 billion. Stop conflating. There you go. How expensive are you going to be? So we might get to that point where everything's expensive. I did not consider that I'm going to need to spend this much stuff. But like, why are you so expensive? Oh, it's probably because of the UIV robot arms. So this is going to take forever to craft. So what I can still do is like do a little bit more research and prepare for what I'm going to need. Let me just read this still. I didn't know, like I've never played with this before, so I didn't know that I'm going to need to like read this much. So it looks like I have a lot of homework to do after the episode. The thing I'm a little, I can't construct it right because I need upgrades. The only thing I'm a little curious about is the whole like star fuel meaning. Learn the power hidden in the most extreme parts of the universe. Graviton shards. So there's probably lore behind this. It's a lot of words though. But for sure I do need all that stuff. So I'm gonna let that craft in the background and I'll read a little bit. And it looks like this is a composition milestone. What is this? Okay. That's how many graviton shards. And I guess you use that as a currency somehow? Okay, we'll continue reading here. In general, each upgrade can only be unlocked if the prior one is unlocked and there are enough available graviton shards. Okay, so it's a currency for upgrading. One exception is the first upgrade. Okay, that makes sense. Extra material costs. I know that. If an upgrade has more than one connected prior upgrade, then there are two options. Either it requires everything or at least one. Indicated. Okay. Okay. Upgrades can be refunded by simply press. Oh. This is totally antimatter dimension. And it's very similar to like the Eternity upgrades. If you guys ever played that game, sorry, a little bit of a spoiler, but this is the upgrade tree is reminding me of the Eternity upgrade path. It's a similar idea where like you have to choose certain upgrades and like you don't have enough currency to do everything, so you have to like pick and choose what upgrades you want to produce different amount of resources or whatever. I'm getting a lot of nostalgia from this. The block of upgrades following the unlock of the Heliofusion Exoticizer modular special, as they are what is considered the split. Okay, that's totally eternal upgrades. Only one path out of the three may be chosen at first, and the others will be unlocked each path. So you're telling me make 3 God Forges. I don't know if we ever need more than one. Okay. So that's a little bit way later on. Milestones. Stay out the source of graviton shards, the main currency need, okay. Charge milestone scales off power consumption. Conversion milestone scales off total recipes processed across all modules. Catalyst is based on first tiers unlocked at 10 million processed recipes. Okay. suggests that something strange might happen if all milestones reach their final tier. End of the pack, right? So fuel is what I'm a little curious about. To make it functional, the forge must be supplied with a certain amount of star fuel, the item, to actually boot up. The amount of star fuel needed depends on the current fuel consumption factor, which can be set in the fuel configuration menu. By default, the maximum is 5. Okay, so I probably want to start setting up like a little bit of automation, right? So let's at least plug in some of this stuff here. For example, output and input. Also, can you only put like one? How many outputs? Requires one output bus. Does this thing only produce outputs? Requires one input hatch. Requires one output bus ME. And requires one input bus. So I'm guessing it does not allow buffers. I guess we'll try. I don't think it's gonna allow, but either way, there's very little stuff here, so I think I need to stick with stocking, if that even works. We're gonna have to do the stocking method here. And I'll do that on the left. And then output bus here. One to 30. We might as well just use the biggest one at this point. Okay, so it might not like stocking either. Can I give it a UHV bus? See what it does. No, it totally works. Head update. Unless you don't work with stocking input buses. There's also a button here. Stats overview. It works. Okay, it works. Never mind. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, assuming it works, if I check U, status disconnected, and I think that's because I need to actually get it working. So it says your star fuel amount. I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of it, I guess. We'll do stocking, super stock replenisher for the star fuel. Let's see what that does. Also gonna have a drive. Do like that one right there. Blue cable. So I intend to do like a similar method I do with all the other like bulk crafting machines, where I send everything into a drive, but I can also send to a stock replenisher. Am I crafting it? Oh, you're probably stuck with all the other stuff. This is gonna take, I don't think I'll be able to finish this right now, so I'm just gonna cancel it. We'll let this finish up. Okay. Storage bus. I'm gonna have an item storage bus, just an item one. That one goes into the stock replenisher. I also need an anchor to power the subnet. I'm having fun with this. I know. I just like mechanics like this. I'm a big fan of like when packs do stuff like this where it changes the mechanics around. I'm a big fan of that. Where it's not just put something in, get something out. No. It's a lot more complicated than that. So I'm gonna add a ton of quantum cells into here. I'm at 4. How many? 5 of each. Is that enough? It's probably enough, honestly. Nah. We'll do 1638s for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch it be the wrong choice, right? Laser engravers are doing what? I need to upgrade the laser engravers. Blue spectral component. Especially because they're not even on proxies yet. Blue spectral component is on the blue one, which is one of the first ones, no? I would just let it craft, it's fine. I'll come back to that later. But yeah, I need to upgrade that as well. 1, 2, 3. How slow are you anyways? Pretty slow. Anyways. Okay, I'm back to that up there. I just need 2 more. Still crafting. Because of the laser engravers. Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to want this to be on pool mode. This one. And then it says I need a bunch of star fuel. And I guess I'll make like 100. I don't know how much I'm going to need though. It's not too expensive. It looks expensive, but it really isn't. I think it's just using a bunch of like free stuff at this point. May have to upgrade some of these machines though. Why are you using random plates for what? For what? There's no need for random plates. Unless you're doing a random dust. Why do you need the plates? Is it for atomic separation catalyst? Or random dust? Yeah, I'm going to take over the recipe for random dust. You have billions of it already. Get out of there. Random plate. Yeah, it's trying to make the plate, and I think it's making the atomic separation catalyst like this. Is there another way for me to get atomic separation catalyst? No, so you do need the plate. Oops. Okay, so never mind. You do need it. I'll leave it there. I'm going to start making millions of industrial grade diamond. So increase your upgrade thing, and also increase how much stuff is being pushed in there. Cancel you. Tritium, I don't need to craft you anymore. We can pump it. We'll set up a, yeah. Take off the recipe for Tritium. Oh, you're being made so slow too in a centrifuge. Ew. No, 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 no. You're getting pumped. That's funny. Excuse me, excuse me. It goes over here. Tritium. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do I already have something for it? Yes, but it is so far behind that doesn't matter. So it's probably one of the lower like capacity fluids that I have there. Okay. So I want this to be 6.2. There we go. Okay. That's tritium dealt with. Industrial diamonds increase their... Oh yeah, that's why. It might be time to get into the optimizer. Because this would make things a little efficient when I have to increase pattern size, I think. Except for things that are pushed into dual interfaces. And if that breaks, then I know the problem, right? So I think it's time to get into this. Let's try making one to see how expensive it is. It looks like it's pretty cheap. But for example, like if I have to like mass produce some of these things, I won't have to manually do it. Because I'm going to want to put like so many diamonds. We'll do 12,000 into the compressor. Yeah, okay. So maybe we get into the optimizer. I'm going to do research on this. Oh, I'm already crafting it. Never mind. I can't say no to it anymore. Okay, how about star fuel? Oh, you know what? The replenisher is ready. So I'm going to try to have, I guess, 100 star fuel in there. I don't know. Wireless connector. Need two of you, one of them to connect to my main network, and then one of them to connect to the output. So main net is black. Output is white. Binding, nope. Quewa mode. Main network. Output network. Main net, and then output network right there. There we go. Okay, so this guy. Still crafting? It's taking you so long. I'm just gonna get one of you. Gonna put star fuel here, and I'm gonna store this to work in stacks, 128. I'm gonna make that much star fuel just to see what it does. Nakonaut based liquid fuel 5. Which one's cheaper? This one's probably cheaper. This one is faster. How's our compressors doing? Yeah, so much faster now. It's way faster. Okay. I can at least look at the optimizer. What's it called? Pattern optimization matrix. Yeah. So I got my tongue twisted there. You've probably already seen the button to unlock this feature. Just add a pattern optimization matrix. Oh, so I just have to throw it on there somewhere. No, that goes. Yeah, just put it back. So I just need to throw it somewhere. Where? It's a good spot for it. That's a subnet. Don't do that. Don't just put it on top. Just put it right there. Sure. It's very much a waste to have 32 channels being consumed by that. I can probably put it somewhere here, but it works. Okay. So what else does it do, or how to use it? After calculating a big order, just click optimize and you will be welcomed by whatever. Recommend putting it at 1,000 or 100. So I may want to go check out some unwanted interfaces. But no, thank you. So make sure that you have excluded all unwanted interfaces. That is great. Like single assembly line interfaces, extreme crafting interfaces, and any interfaces that doesn't have almost infinite buffer at the other side. Okay. It's gonna cripple my network, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so basically anything that I don't want to break, I click on this button here. There's nothing in here, but I should do that. So it recommended to me anything that doesn't have infinite buffer and things that would absolutely break. There's a bunch of things that don't have infinite buffer, but I think those will trial and error. But for sure, things like this. Oh, this isn't even plugged into anything. Still, change everything just in case. I might be able to copy paste, but it's also going to copy the name, right? I don't want to do that. So all of this stuff don't optimize because I don't want it to make more than push more than one items in there because it will break. Okay. And then things with like near infinite storage. Ass lines. I do have this ass line over here, these two, that I should not upgrade. Yeah, I should disable these guys just in case, because I just don't want to break them. There's a bunch of leftover recipes here that I have not fixed. They should totally be moved correctly, but I don't know. That stuff's gonna stay there. I think these are okay because it has quote unquote infinite storage. It just has a lot of storage. So I'll leave this there, the bulk crafting. What else did I recommend? Single ass line interfaces. Okay, that's that machine right there. Extreme crafting ones. Any interface. Okay, so this is trial and error. There's just too many interfaces and I'm not going to look through everything. And off the top of my head, I don't think anything can get crippled. At least I hope not. But no, come back to that, right? So for example, if I were to craft cancel that. If I were to make the star fuel recipe. Oh, it's still in the old. Oh, never mind. That's a good one. So if I were to do something like, how to do this again? Hang on. After calculating a big order. Okay, so it's when you calculate an order. So star fuel goes right there. So if I want to make star fuel, if I want to make 128 of you, is there a way I can tell how many steps it's going to take? How to do this? Hang on. Optimize patterns. How many steps will it take though? Does it tell me? Just click optimize. Okay. There you will specify how much you wish for a singular pattern to be ordered. Maximum, okay. So what if I click this button? Max steps per, oh, okay. Max steps per craft. What if I do 128? Okay, so if I want everything to be crafted at once, I just do that. And it multiplies everything by that much. We'll do that. So if I try to craft a star fuel now. Yeah, okay, it changed it so that it tries to make it in one step. Okay. It tries to make everything in one batch, and I like that. Okay. And of course, it's gonna have trouble with the separation catalyst stuff. All right, you're getting a level maintained because you're annoying. We make our atomic separation stuff in here, I think. Yeah, you stop it. Stop it, no more. You're annoying. You're getting level maintained. It's these passive processes that are like they keep coming back to haunt me. You have the most massive headache ever? Oh man. Are you dehydrated? Last furnace 0. Okay. Level maintain. Yeah, it's probably dehydration. It's one of like I'm just that's just something that I'm like always been aware of. Let's do 10K. Like if whenever I get a headache, it's almost always dehydration or I've been staring at a computer screen for too long. It's always one or the other. Okay, try to make 1,000 of this. Let's see what it does. Go for it. And then I can increase the patterns. Compressor. I think I should start switching some of these fluid blocks or some of these block craftings to fluids because the compressor is not that good. Let's go check it out actually. Yeah, it might be time to start working on this. Where is this going? I don't know. It's going somewhere, but okay, it's ready. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, if I try to make one piece of star fuel to make all 128 at once, this is gonna work out pretty well. I think the optimization stuff. It's gonna break somewhere because we don't have buffers and buses everywhere. Crafting buffers everywhere. We have a couple of regular interfaces that I just forgot about. I don't know where they are. But I'll try to remember about this. This is going to help a lot. Smelling burning paint? I don't have paint. I'm joking. Can I ask what you were doing for work? Let me take a drink of tea, actually. I think you mentioned it before, but I don't have a clear picture. So this is one of the examples. Black hole compressor. Yeah, it got upgraded to 131,000 items. And it can only fit so many of you in there. There's a way around this to use like a some kind of chest with an item detector and then pull from it with a separate stocking bus. I would say there's a way around this because I think I was choosing to use super buses because they I can attach a detector covers off of them, but I should be able to make it like a little better using something like an infinity chest as a buffer than just pulling everything in there. Actually, can I do something like that? So basically store everything from these interfaces into an infinity chest and I guess like a big tank. Using a propane torch like a flamethrower and burning and scraping paint and glue off the pool room floor to paint it. Now, okay. Is that even what you're supposed to do? Honest question, I don't know how it works. I'll try this out, but I didn't even know I had an infinity chest on hand, by the way. I just looked at it. But it'll fix things like this. So this is an example of things breaking where you can't really support your crafts because your input buses can't deal with it. So what I'm thinking is pushing all the items into a single infinity chest, reading that signal, like with just a simple comparator. Does comparator even work? So if I put like something right there and I put like literally anything else, like I don't know, 10k cell. That's not gonna work. Okay. How do I detect items from this? It's just to get rid of the edge of the paint underneath and the glue from the carpet. I think I know what you're talking about. There's a time where I did maintenance for 2 summers, and one of the jobs was to rip off vinyl flooring in a behind a Chick-fil-A. And if you know anything about vinyl flooring, it's a pain in the ass to get rid of it, especially when it's in the you know, in the greasy pits of Chick-fil-A. Man, we were having the time of our lives trying to get rid of the flooring. So I can understand where you're coming from. So that doesn't work. How do I detect items from this? Is it like a reader or something? Tape drive. It's like a detector cover, maybe. I think I'm gonna have to sift through the available options. But what I'm thinking is to basically just send everything into this chest and also like a big tank, so I can not deal with whatever this is, because it has to deal with so many items. And then pull from this chest using basically a advanced stocking bus. Basically, it's very similar to this, where I was already starting with the idea, actually, now that I think about it. I have all the fluids going into here, and I just pull it in from a subnet like that. And then I read off of this right there, the quantum tank, to, the detector cover to tell me, hey, we have stuff in there. So I started it, but I'll come back to that. I pretty much just have to find something that reads items, and I could have sworn a comparator did that, but I guess not. Does it work with the compressed chest? No. Why not? Does it work with the vanilla chest? Is that what it is? Maybe even a iron chest mod? That works. Okay. So it's just not... It's Aver Editions? Is that the mod that does that? Aver Editions just doesn't work correctly. Okay. Next, we use muriatic acid on the floor so the paint sticks, which sucks to use, takes your breath away. Muriatic, isn't that what you use for pools? I gotta look it up, actually. I've heard that word somewhere. Hydrochloric acid. Used for lowering swimming pool pH. Okay. I've heard it. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was the whole discussion about... It was during one of the drinking streams, I think. Talking about like how... Stoichiometry, I think it was. I don't know. There was a whole train of thought, I remember, and I think it started because I was taking shots of 33% whiskey. So like I think the discussion went, if I take 3 shots at 33%, does that make me 99% alcohol? That's not how it works, I know. But there is I think we need to deal with this right now because it's too slow. We have actually a good amount of time. Okay. Where did you find baby proof whiskey? No, not, did I say proof? I didn't mean proof. It was 33%. Actually, it's 35%, which is what, 70 proof? I don't know why they have the word proof. Just say percentage. I know proof is twice percent, but that just doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, precarious. I need your help here. Because you're another individual that plays GT&H occasionally. How the heck can I detect items from an infinity chest? I want to be able to get a signal from this chest. How do I do that? Comparator doesn't work. It works for regular chests, but Aver Editions does not know how to do their comparator signals, I guess. I guess it's just not considered a chest. If I know, dang. I thought I'd ask someone. What about you, Killer? Would you know? Anyways, how are you doing, Precarious? If you want to hear some good news, I got two really good news for you. The bigger one is that I did land the job. I had the interview on Thursday, and they called me the next day saying, hey, we want you part of the team. So that's really good news. So I'm no longer neat. I start work in like 3 weeks, and then I move to Idaho in June. Other good news, we have Godforge. Literally just built it today. I don't know how it works, and yeah, it's fun trying to figure out how this thing works. We started getting into optimization matrix, and it breaks my craft because I can't support that many blocks in the compressor. So that's kind of the rabbit hole I'm into. I have to upgrade this thing to accept more items. But really the only thing I can think about doing this, I need to be able to detect items because of the automation, how we have it going. So I'm trying to read a signal off of this chest, and I don't know how to. Yeah, I'm going to be moving to Idaho in early June. We were memeing about it on Thursday, and it ended up actually happening. So, oh well. So how do I read items off of you? It's like I can use an item detector, but I can't attach it to this thing, right? So what gives? Is there an equivalent to a comparator that I can use? I know there's the Project Red one, but I don't think it would do much. Is there a reader? Or read? Toaster? Tape drive. It's probably some archaic thing, but it's a small use case. You know what it is? What? My system's jank. I totally get it. The comparator's based on full inventories. So I'm gonna give you a counter argument. It does not work with the compressed chest either. That does not a billion items, but it might just be that the ratio is too small. You might not be wrong there. It just straight up doesn't work. I can fill this thing up with like 1 million redstone. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, it just doesn't detect the item. So like, how do I do this? So I totally get what you're saying, but I'm not sure if that's the actual problem. I just don't think there's a way to do this. Does Ender IO have some kind of filter that does that? Do you think it's time for me to get into Steve's factory manager? Can't you just buffer with the super chest? A what? I could actually. Yeah, that's probably the answer. I was thinking of just having as many items as possible, but I can just dump everything into, yeah. That's the answer, super chest. No, we're rich. Give me quantum chest. So we want to buffer with 2 point whatever. Yeah, I'll just do that. Give me that. Cancel this. Stop it. I have the start to that here, but I just didn't do the same for this setup, but I'm going to have to. So give me 1 quantum chest and a quantum tank. Do one of you. And I'm gonna set it up over here so I don't mess with anything. Yeah. Oops. Try not to miss the item frame challenge impossible. Okay. So have a wireless connector back. I guess right there. Yeah, right there. It's fine. Queuing mode. Then go ahead and add it to a right here. You mentioned something about and you said after that I'm going to game in a van down by the river. I said that there was a chance I was going to do that, but they got to me first, so I'm like, here we go. I'm very much like a little nervous about it, of course, because I've never really been that far up. I have, but it's been so long, and I was not on my own. I was part of like a class trip. But this is going to be, I would say, a very, very unique experience for me, and I'm all for it. How many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interfaces. I'm just gonna duplicate everything here, and we're gonna use dual interfaces for everything. Excuse me. I'm still gonna be working from home until early June, which means I am gonna be in this apartment for a little longer. So I'm still gonna be in the same area until I have to move out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then connect that on the other side. Get all of this to be black hole compressor. Okay. And then each one is gonna buffer into a quantum chest and a quantum tank. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quantum chest and a quantum tank. Of course, you're gonna look like that. It's fine. So I need storage buses, 1 for you and 1 for you. You have 1 and you have 1. I'm gonna need an anchor here. How many channels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need a controller. And then get a stocking input bus and a hatch. Right there. If you even let me, I don't know how much like space I have. And then blue cable is my subnet. Right there, right there. Hey, what are you stuck on? Oh, I think it was that probably. There you go. Yeah, what are you stuck on? What happened? Probably you, right? It's more than likely you. I was working on the compressor stuff. It's even the same interface. Oh, you're going to keep trying to push items in there even though I asked you not to. Oh, because everything is trying to craft that much diamond blocks now. Okay. Stop it. Is there any way to get those items out of there? They're going to be there forever, right? I know I can just break the interface, but I don't want to do that. It's so funny. It's going to keep putting items in there. That's what I'm trying to fix. Stop it. All right, you know what? Watch this. Just need a little bit of Certus quartz. And there you go. Okay. I have the controller. I should have everything now. There we go. Thank you. Put that guy right there. And then we just connect everything up top. I'll do a different color just so it looks cool. Even though it doesn't matter. It's also, I just don't like to use anchors. Don't do that. Like that. So the idea is that any recipes that push stuff in here should get stuffed into the buffer items. I'm also going to put everything on blocking mode just in case, because I don't want things to mix. Yeah, we'll do blocking mode, but allow same recipe. And for example, if I want to move something like the diamond recipe, let's do that over here now. So if I try to craft the block of diamond, shoves everything into there, and then this pulls it. And then now that has access to everything. Oh, it requires an active black. It's waiting to restart, I think. Or did I break it? Am I out of seeds? That's probably the case also. No, I have seeds. It's probably waiting for this thing to fix itself because I've been getting this thing turned on and off for a while. Yeah, but anyways, that's what it is. For sure, I'm gonna have to fix the automation for this at some point though, really soon. I think that's something I'll study as well. There's a lot of things I'm gonna have to study off camera because we're at that point. A lot of research stuff, right? Oh, I know what the reason is. That's what the detector covers are for. There's nothing telling this, hey, there's items available. gonna hijack this, honestly. So if I copy, and that's the whole reason we use this, because they accept covers. Crowbar and cover copy paste tool. I know it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. Copy. You're all the same, right? Yeah. And also paint that purple, because I don't know why, honestly. I don't know why it's purple, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Okay. So copy you. Rip that up. Place you there. And paste it. And there we go. So now the black hole should be active because it told this thing, hey, yeah, try to craft now. And it should have crafted all of the diamonds basically instantly. Circuit 20. Circuit 20, right? Yep. And there they go. Sweet. All right. Thanks for the suggestion, Precarious, by the way. And that's what the purple color is for, to attach them to the same circuits. That's what it was. All right. Copy. Rip it up. And you go over here. Like that. Okay. And now get rid of everything here. I don't care about it. You're all getting put over there. And now this is dual interface, so I can put the fluids anywhere I feel like. Got you. I'm going to disconnect. You know what? Since I'm here. Connect this output to its own. Basically disconnect everything past this. Don't do that yet. This one connected to the output subnet. Oops, too far. Just need one channel. Right there. Oh, get me in there. Okay. I have like 1,000 connections out here. And then start moving everything over there. So this one, I can't see. Sorry for that. It's not quite infinite storage, but it's pretty close to it. I don't think the server likes what I'm doing. It's a little slow to put some of these items in. Last one's right there. Okay. Don't need you. Don't need you. And all of you can be replaced with the radiation to absorbent casings. Bye. And there we go. Nice and neat. Much more able to fit a inappropriate amount of items if I need. And there we go. Okay. Okay, now, if I wanted to craft just a bit of star fuel, let's do that. And there we go. Yeah, also started playing around with the pattern optimization matrix. It seems pretty fun, I guess. Also, I may need to change all of... No, there's only one input. Never mind. So diamond singularities. I think that's made over in this one. You have the same problem. The only thing is I can't put it here because you have a different circuit. So I'm already doing the same idea here. I just need to adapt the quantum chest. And they cancel you. Yeah, you... Same problem, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and break you, even though it's a really dumb idea to do that. Yeah, I just dumped all the patterns there. It's fine. Oh, no, you went over here. Okay. All right, so these are the patterns that I want to work on. And this one just doesn't need as many patterns. So that's why I'm a little more okay with doing this. I guess we'll just turn all of you back into normal. I need 2 of you. I don't need you. How am I going to do this? So, black cable. Go ahead and connect off of you. I'll go right back there, actually. So this one is going to be called Black Hole Singularities. Right. Black hole compressor, black hole singularities. Mm-hmm. You're connected to the same frequency, right? 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I can rip this up and move it around without worrying about it. Excuse me. I can start from scratch, make it look a little nicer. Don't want you to get out of there. And I have it painted to blue as well. So I need a stocking, advanced. You can go right there, and then you are right there. Mm-hmm. Don't connect there. I'm gonna break everything. Even though technically I could, I just don't want it intermingling with like stuff like this. So I guess separate it. We'll put it over here, right there. I'm picky. I always like to have the items first, even though it literally doesn't matter. Right there. Okay. So that one has the recipes, right? I'm going to increase this to a stack, but at some point it's going to get increased by a whole bunch more because I'm going to need a lot of that, I bet. So I have another dual interface right there. And then this one is going to be Poopy brown, I guess. I don't know.
Ali not here to do some hydration checks.
There
Also,
you go.
hi 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 hi.
Yeah, you're just gonna break the poor guy. Quantum tank, quantum chest right there. No, I'm picky about it. I'll do like that, yes. No, yeah, I got you. Drinking sweet tea still. It's always weird though, like when the text to speech, like, it's clearly the same words, but why does he change like tonation throughout the words? It's weird. I actually am really thirsty though. Thanks. Do that. So this should be a different color. I'm gonna choose poopy brown just to separate it from this one. Even though it really doesn't matter. But this one has to be circuit 21 though. Yeah, 21 for neutronium compressor. Then you connect right there. Like that. And then anchor it. Your own subnet. There's like 8 subnets in this one little spot. Alright, the whole idea here, you're gonna have smart blocking, allow the same recipe, and that's it. You push all the stuff here. It gets crammed into here, and then I pull it from the advanced ones, just like before. And then I need the covers to go along with them. So quantum chest, right there. Right there. Copy. Paste. Copy. And paste. This should help us with our storage buffer issues. Because that was causing problems. It also looks so much cleaner in here. Even though it's hiding behind the closet and no one really cares. That's what happens when I just don't leave it. Okay. For example, if I wanted to craft diamond singularities or the star fuel again. Let's try crafting the star fuel again. I would actually craft it, never mind. Let's make a bunch of diamond singularities just to see it working. $93,000. It has a whole thing in there. Alright, so much faster. Nice. Star fuel finished, but I do have it set over here. In the stock replenisher. That was a big lag spike. Excuse me. Oh, also. Right there. Stored fuel amount. So you do use a little bit. How much did I put all that much in there? I could have sworn I made 128. Where'd it go? It's definitely a little faster, but for things like Cosmic neutronium block. Where is that being made? I mean, I could have sworn I had this upgraded in the pattern optimization matrix. Oh, I have to do everything here. Okay. Yeah. I want everything in one step. Do the whole thing in one step. I don't care. Yeah, there it is. It just does the whole thing at once. I like that. Yeah, I'm getting used to the pattern optimization, whatever. Is there a shorter way to call this? A shorter word to call this thing? The palm? Nah, I ain't gonna call it that. It will forever be called the pattern optimization, whatever. That's also a little slow, but it's also an outdated machine that I have not bothered with, so I'm gonna leave that there. Anyways, so it looks like it is consuming star fuel, but I don't really understand it, honestly. By default, the maximum is 5, but it can be increased later on with... Okay, star fuel scaling is as follows. I'm not reading that number. It can be supplied via an input bus. It gets consumed periodically and stored internally. Once there's enough star fuel, it turns on, allowing modules to connect. So I need at least 100. Okay, if there isn't enough of the selected fuel present in the input hatch, the stored fuel will decrease. That's why the number's going down. So I want to at least put like 128 in there, but this man's taking a little bit. Oh, okay, hang on. I did not think it's gonna do that. I don't want it to do that. I might have to move it. Oh, I can tell the thing to stop spinning, right? Because I don't want it to spin into everything else. That makes no sense. Don't do that. Animations. So 0. that did look kind of freaky, honestly. I'm gonna turn off animations. I'm a little nervous about it. We'll come back to it though. Well, nah, just leave it there. And also what I do here. Select this star color. Yeah. We'll do rainbow. No spin. The size, I'll keep it like that. And there we go, sure. Hello, Phoenix. Look, I have the God Forge. Look at this abnormally large thing. What do you mean incomplete structure? What's wrong with you? Do I need something else for this? Oh. You do? Okay, you do need to. Okay, you do. I did not know that. So for the helio flare something? Hi, Phoenix, by the way. How you doing? Go ahead and do that. Add a poopy brown spray can. Can I just do this right now? It's a little pricey. Yeah, it's a little pricey. So I'm gonna add it to the list of things to craft overnight. It's about that time to start wrapping up the episode. We're approaching 2 hours, so I'm gonna get things crafted. So I need this for the module. I didn't realize you had to add stuff to it to get it working, which means I'm gonna make this not accept fuel right now, at least, because there's no need for it to have fuel. Go to cancel that though. So things I need. I would like to get the first upgrade going, so that's over here. You still buying scraps, or I'm playing GTNH? I'm joking, but yeah, yes I am. Do that. I need you, and you. Add that there. Do that. Okay. I'm just gonna craft this. This doesn't look like a lot of stuff, but it's very expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna be scrapping on my main or my alt account. I will be grinding though, because I would like to try to steal top 10. So I'll probably play after the stream just a little bit. So if I try to craft you, I'm curious about this. If I try to make do this and then do the pattern optimization thing, how the heck? Max steps for craft. Let's do like 1,000 here. And we'll see what breaks. Chances are a lot of things are going to break, but I'm going to try to stick to 1,000. I really like this actually. What the heck? Do it. And try. Oh, that killed my network. There it is. It's back. It's back. It's back. So I'm imagining what it does is that it goes through all the interfaces and like changes it updates the patterns pretty much. And of course, you don't have atomic separation catalyst. Get out there, you. Oh no. No, that's the problem. It's gonna mess with buffers like crazy. Atomic separation catalyst ingot. If I try to add like another 10K. Yeah, but I'd like for us to steal top 10 because I'm trying to get the 2.5% rare loot chance, and I think we're good for it too. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I think this is going to be a big improvement. Yeah, I think it was a good idea. We should have gotten into the optimization matrix a while back. I think it would have sped up a lot of our crafting because there's a lot of time that's lost with like machines putting like one thing at a time. There's a lot of time lost, especially at this point of the pack where we have like millions of stuff being pushed. So the optimization matrix should help with that. But anyways, I'm going to craft all of this stuff. It's enough to get the helio flare, the what? The blast furnace module going, and then the actual first upgrade. Plus, we'll see if I can make some star fuel as well. Oh, the star fuel's expensive too. I'll come back to that. It's gonna be pretty pricey though. Okay. Pretty chill welcome back episode after a couple days of of Easter break. But yeah, we'll just wrap it up here for tonight. Pretty good progress actually. We got the Godforge. It's a major thing. It doesn't work, but we have it. I'm gonna have to do some studying up, like some research behind the scenes to see what this is about. You know, how to deal with the star fuel consumption and whatnot. But for sure, I do need to upgrade the modules. So like add a little thing here, I think. And it says there's room for 16, and it does look like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and times 4 is 16, right? So there we go. Okay. So lots of crafting still. There's always so much crafting going on. And what I need to check is if there's anything still being slow, I gotta check on it at the machine side. If there's any like weird interfaces. For example, I'm pretty sure the wire mill is one of those that's just weird. Because I have a couple of regular interfaces here I gotta fix up, but future problem for probably tomorrow burning. Anyways, so we'll be back whenever this craft finishes, or if I find something else to improve. That's usually how things go at this point in the pack, right? Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care. Thank you for your time and support as always. Take care and bye-bye.